Let's go to Somali Smollett. This dumb jihad just lied about her involvement with ICE and said she got abused when this hamburger heifer knows she didn't get abused by nobody. Only person abusing her is probably her husband or a cousin who probably is also her husband. All right, let's get to the clips. Let's roll it. This is a press conference of what she said in this fake abuse claim. Roll the clip.
And I was waiting for these two men to hold the door for me. And I told them, hey, can you hold the door for me? And I walked right in the middle. And when I was in the middle, ICE came. They came out of their cars. They asked me to see my ID. And while they were asking me to see the ID, they just decided it was nice to be racist and say really nasty things to me. And that man, he called me the N-word, and he called me that, and then he arrested me. They arrested me. It was multiple people. They used a lot of force to arrest me. I actually got a scab that was healing while I was in jail. But they pushed me hard. They used a lot of violence. My body still hurts. I got a concussion. It's really hard for me to speak because of that concussion. They were just using a lot of force to arrest me, and I was screaming, I was crying, I was so scared. I've never been arrested in my life. I don't have a criminal record. I have a clean record. It was just, and then that detainment, I was detained. I was literal cuffs were put on my legs, cuffs on my hands, and I was actually detained with a Native American woman. And God bless her heart, she went through a lot too. She was also detained by ICE, and she was also a U.S. citizen, and like me, and she had gashes on her face. They shattered her windows. She had blood on her jeans, her corduroy jeans, and she was crying because she was so scared because she was with her dog. She was so scared that her dog got hurt. She was so scared for her life. We were both crying together. We were holding each other tight. And I'll never forget.
Real quick. How many seconds I got left on this thing? You could put it in the chat. You could tell when somebody's lying is when they're telling a truthful statement. They tend to look at the camera or in this direction, right? They do this. You can see at the beginning of what she was saying, when she was talking about her detention, she's looking here. When she starts to lie, she glances down like this. Because she's gathering fake information. It didn't happen down here. This is reaching. I'm thinking of my story. Up here is thinking. When you're recalling information, you recall it from this angle. When somebody look up and they're recalling information. Down here, these people are making up stuff. Up here, it's her having the confidence to tell you what really happened. And all you got to do is look at these people's body language. Easy, you can tell she's lying. And then it doesn't matter if a person is Native American. Who gives a flying flip? If you are and these people have committed crimes, because just because you are detained by ICE don't mean that you didn't commit a crime. That means that if you are obstructing the execution of an arrest against a real illegal alien, you're still going to get detained by ICE because you're breaking the law, and that's a federal law that you violated, and they're going to arrest you on federal charges. They're a federal law enforcement agency. So you don't break the federal law, and just because you're not illegal, you can't be detained. So this idiot probably fought them. They had to knock her window out and all this other stuff. And they know it. They know what happened. How many seconds? I got 10 seconds left. Let's finish this clip, and then we're going to show the video. I think we got the video footage of the actual arrest to prove that this lady is full of sugar honey iced tea. Roll the clip.
The fear that we both felt in our hearts that day.
Where the tears at?
And I'm so sorry if I'm getting a little emotional, but
you're not emotional. You're faking. You done enough because she finna get exposed. Lady, you got a Band-Aid on your head somebody got from Walmart or Walgreens. Where is the mark? Where is the injury to this to get a Band-Aid that look like that on your forehead? If you got bludgeoned, you're going to have bruising, black eye, something. But look at the detention. And let's see if she got beat up like she said she did with the mark on her forehead. Roll the clip.
I'm 23 years old from St. Paul, and I encountered ICE. I was detained, or let me rephrase it as I was kidnapped by ICE. I was kidnapped from ICE from my home. They came here, right there where I'm pointing at, and they came here, were following two men, and while they were following two men, they came and stopped at this exact area near the office.
Her hijab is still on. Lady, your burqa still on. They ain't whoop you that bad. Where you get the jingaso at if you got the burqa on top of it? Well, how you get a mark right here? You ain't getting no mark. People lying. I hope she go to jail. Christy Nome, if you watching this, whoever else, she need to go to jail. She made a false report against a federal agent. Or that could be a crime, or false reporting in general, which could be also obstructing an investigation by making a false report. It's probably a myriad of different crimes she committed. And then, like, these people should get sued civilly. Like, she's accusing these men and making them go through unduly, I would say, stress when she just made up an entire lie. How is she not held accountable for that? The state has to pay legal fees to prove that this woman is wrong, either by internal affairs investigations or whatever else. She need to be paying for that. In the state of Arizona, we got a dumb motorist law. When it's raining and there's a wash and they got the sign that says don't enter when there's water flow, and you go in there and they have to rescue you, you got to pay for it out of your pocket. When you go to Camelback Mountain in the desert because you ignorant and it's 117 degrees and they say don't hike in the desert at 117 degrees and you do it anyway and they have to extract you, they make you pay for it. When you lie like this on federal agents, you should have to pay for it.